Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to JQ Picks. I hope you guys all had a great weekend. I know we've been missing videos the last couple of days. I was sick. Just a lot of stuff going on. So let's get into our picks for the day. Well, actually, hopefully you guys had a good Super Bowl. Personally, I thought it was a little slow. Could have been a little more up pace. It just didn't feel like the Super Bowl. Seahawks and Seahawks and Rams, I felt like that's my Super Bowl. Well, let's get into our picks for the day, guys. So, kicking it off. Pacers, Knicks. Interesting game. Jalen Brunson finally has had 2 games out of the last 7 where we crossed that 30-point line. So shout out to Jalen Brunson. We're not taking Brunson today. We're not taking Towns today. We're actually going to take OG. A couple reasons for the OG take. One, missed last game with a toe injury, I believe. He's kind of had it for a while now, but been back. I like that line. It's a low line. I mean, 5 games in a row, basically over that line at 20 points. I like his usage. I'm telling you, ever since that team meeting, somewhere around here, really just kind of shifted the dynamic of the team. So I like OG's over for today. I had a filter. I don't remember what the filter was now, but I had a good filter with him. But regardless, I do think OG is going to cover that line. I don't like Brunson's line on this one. It's too high against the Pacers. Now, yes, Brunson could absolutely go out there and just shoot everything, but I just am not a fan of that line today. I have a feeling it's going to be a closer game with the way the Knicks have struggled. I say they've struggled, but they're on maybe they're on a massive win streak again. All I know is they've been playing much better since that beginning of end of December, beginning of January. Could be a blowout, potentially. We don't want that, though. But we're definitely rocking with the OG over 15.5. I just like that line. I like when his line's lower like that. Usually his line's kind of around there, but I just like it. I think it's a good read. It's a good pick today, and that's what we're rocking with. On top of that, we're taking Siakam. Reason we're taking out Siakam, McConnell and Nesmith are questionable. If we take McConnell out of the lineup, almost guaranteed we're hitting that line. If we take Nesmith out of the lineup, same thing. That line is there. Only in these late December games did Pascal really seem to struggle. So I like the Pascal line. 22.5. I always like it when it's at 22.5. I hate that 23.5 or even higher at 24.5. Get out of here. Not a fan of it. I think Pascal, whether the pace is fast, slow, does not matter. He'll still get those shots up. That's the hard part with Pascal. It doesn't matter whether you're the best defensive team or the worst defensive team. It doesn't matter if it literally does not matter. His minutes are consistent. His field goals are consistent. It's solely determined to, is he hitting those shots enough? We get into the free throw line a little bit. And I know for a while they were doing that experiment where Pascal was shooting a lot of threes. I did like that point in time because he was hitting them at a decent clip as well. So we're taking Pascal's over. We're taking OG's over today. I'm kind of liking this Jalen Brunson under only because he hasn't really doubled that line very consistently this entire year. And I say this entire year starting in the new year, ever since they really tried to figure out what their issue was with that team. So, Clippers, Rockets. I'm liking the Kevin Durant over for a couple reasons today. Last 4 games, we only covered that line once. We only scored over 21 out of the last 4 games. That is not very Kevin Durant-esque. Even in these games, 19, 18, 18, his shooting percentage is horrible. 7 of 23, 5 of 18, 7 of 12. That one's not decent, but half the shots here. And it's completely different for these games. 6 of 17, 4 of 11, 6 of 10. Outside of this one, he's just not shooting the volume that we typically like to see. And that's the thing with Kevin Durant. If we're shooting under 13 shots, practically not happening. Even under 14, 50% hit rate. I'm not the biggest fan of that line, but I think KD's going to get some shots up today. Anytime he takes over 15 shots, this is what we're looking at. I like the line. It's a low line, 23.5. It's low because they're playing the Clippers, and the Clippers are one of the slowest paced teams in the gosh dang league. If not the slowest, 29th. So that's why the line's a little bit lower. And I trust Kevin Durant in the half-court setting to hit his shots. Sengun is so hit or miss. We took him on that Pacers game, but my goodness. Like 13, 7, 17. And he's an all-star again. I feel like the moment we got that all-star push, he's like, I'm an all-star. So I do like the Kevin Durant over for sure. Kevin Durant's rebounds, too, kind of spurred me a little bit. Maybe not 5, but I would totally take a 4 rebound. He usually gets his boards. I like the pace of the Clippers. I feel like KD's going to be in there a little bit more. The Clippers don't really have rebounding. I mean, they have Lopez and Collins, but I don't know. I feel like John Collins Yeah, it's not like it's not like he dominates the glass. And Brook Lopez swear isn't even supposed to be the starter. I mean, he is, but it's supposed to be Niederhauser, this fool. I do like this dude to get some boards, but only if he plays his minutes. And that's the issue, is if he doesn't play his minutes, he's not getting those boards. So, for example, if he plays under 13, we're not getting that line. But if he plays about 20 minutes, we're hitting that line. So it's a real hard one for me. He was sick the other day against the Kings. Obviously had a good bounce back against the T-Wolves. I do like Niederhauser's rebound line, but hey, if I was taking a rebound line today, I'm rocking with Kawhi's rebound line. Covered for me the last 3 games. I just think Kawhi's in that mode right now. No James Harden, they traded him. No Bradley Beal. He's trying to will this team to something after they just had a decent run, too. Like, they were on a decent little run, and they won their last 2. So I think James Harden. I think Kawhi Leonard's also going to carry that over. And I'm even liking the points and rebounds over. That is the line that we're taking tonight. Points and rebounds over. Covered it easily in those last 2 games. Literally, if he just drops 36, like, we're there. I have a feeling he's going to cover up. I'm expecting like a 38-8 night from Kawhi. Something ridiculous. So, good game there. Dallas Phoenix. Hear me out. Here's my hot take for the day. We need points. Mavs are a horrible defensive team. They're also an extremely fast-paced playing team. I'm really liking the under for Devin Booker today. I just think since he's come back, right, 2 weeks out, came back, had a decent game, 5 of 12, got to the line a bunch. I just have this weird feeling he is not going to shoot the ball a whole lot tonight. But I am liking overs for essentially everybody else. No Grayson Allen tonight, so Dylan Brooks is going to still get his shots up. I like the Gillespie line, 2 games in a row without covering that line. Mark Williams, same thing, 2 games in a row without covering that line against Dallas, who's a horrible interior team. Even though he didn't cover that line in their first matchup against each other, still 5 of 6 from the field. That's what I feel. If literally he can just get some shots up, I think he's going to dominate in the paint. Jalen Green. I don't know about him covering this line, but I would expect him to hit a 3 or 2. Royce O'Neal. I'd also take him for 2 threes. I want to honestly put a big parlay down on this just for fun. Cooper Flagg. I like the over on that line. 22 points against the Suns. Yes, Suns a good defensive team. But again, he's going to get his shots up. As long as we're shooting 20, we're covering that line. So when we shoot 12, 14, 15 shots, that seems to struggle. But I have a feeling he's going to cover that line tonight. He's a good scorer. Finally really finding his rhythm. I mean, shoot 4 30-plus point games back to back to back to back. We respect it. So I like the Cooper Flagg over as well. And I also like the Najee Marshall over. I like Najee Marshall personally. It's funny because in these games, right, these are the games where Cooper was balling out. I like that line, 15 points. If you literally just take out these, I mean, he's pretty damn consistent. Doesn't really matter, too, for him what the defense is as far as paint points allowed or by player type. It really doesn't. He still scores, still gets his shots up. His points are up, minutes are up. I do like the Najee Marshall and Cooper Flagg over. On top of everything else I was telling you. I think today, though, official pick, probably going to rock with the Dylan Brooks over, to be completely honest with you. Or the Mark Williams over. I just have a weird feeling Mark Williams is really going to get in there, really do well tonight. And last game, Lakers, San Antonio. I do believe Luka's not playing. I checked earlier, or at least you can't bet on Luka. When I checked on it earlier, it's still kind of in the air as questionable, but you can't bet on Luka right now. Reeves' line is slowly creeping up at 20.5. I saw it earlier at 18.5. So Luka must really not be playing. But pick today, we're actually going to take DeAndre Ayton, weirdly enough. I like the matchup against the Spurs, and the reason I say that is because Wemby doesn't play great defense all the time, and he's just kind of there. So, like, yes, he just moves a lot. He moves a lot. Yes, is Wemby a phenomenal shot blocker? Of course. But DeAndre Ayton is no great center. And you mean to tell me that matchup 12 points here, or 22 points here, 11 points here? I think we can cover this line. I like the 10.5 line. Look for a couple lobs. Look for a couple dump offs off the pick and roll. Reeves has to shoot the ball more. Reeves has also, I don't like the 20.5 line. Would it surprise me if he has a game like this? No, not whatsoever. Based on like a minutes restriction of 20-something. I guess he played 29 last game. So maybe we're not on a minutes restriction. But hey, if we're not on a minutes restriction, feel free to take that line. LeBron is just the most hit or miss person. If you bet on LeBron this year, you know The games you expect him to go over on points, he's under, vice versa. It's been bleak. But I actually am liking. You guys know how I feel about DeAndre Ayton. Taking that over on DeAndre Ayton today. And I also like the Luke Kennard over. Doesn't get a whole lot of shots up, like 5, 6, 7. But I think we're going to hit that tonight. Look for the Lakers to try and integrate him a little bit more, especially coming off a back-to-back where he only shot the ball 5 times. Yeah, he had 4 fouls. Not their best defender, but look for him to get up a little bit more shots tonight. Look for them to try to use him, especially if Luke is not playing. Take that Kennard over. As far as that, I don't like Wemby's points hardly ever because they're just so reliant on threes. 5 for 9. Next night, 1 for 6. Coincidentally, doesn't cover. 1 for 2 doesn't cover. 0 for 4 actually covered this, but that's because we had 15 free throws. So the hard part for me is, like, it's just solely dependent on his three-point shooting, which is fine. But again, Wemby's just a hard person to bet on. Big matchup, though. And yeah, 2 matchups against Lakers, and he hasn't covered that line once. I don't know. I always feel like a primetime game against LA, you should want to take over the game and dominate. But hey, to each their own. But I do like betting on old reliable over here. Keldon Johnson, 70% hit rate, 10.5 line. I like that it's coming down. It was up to 13.5 for a while. Fuck that line. Bring us back down, baby, to that 10.5. Take Keldon Johnson's over every day, every time. Does not matter. So, those are the games today. Not a big slate. But that's pretty much all we're looking at. So, hey, 4 games tonight. Not too bad. I like some of the matchups. I like some of the props we have for today. I could go into more bench players, but I just have a feeling it's going to be more of a star-studded night today. So, make sure to do your own research, guys. Always. Even though we've done pretty dang well on this channel so far since we started, always make sure to do your own research. I do my own. Sometimes I'll watch other videos of other people, watch some breakdown predictions of what people are also thinking, what some of the matchups are looking like. Obviously, we have access to all the stats here, so if you ever are interested, go check out Props Madness. I don't have any code for you. Just go check it out. It's a great little tool. But yeah, let's go make some extra money. Keep killing the game. Peace.